Bailing is important because water is really heavy and you don't want to be pulling any extra weight when you're paddling.
It's important to bail a canoe because extra water in the canoe moving around makes the canoe very unstable and increases your chance of hooling.
It's really important to bail because when you're steering, the extra water sloshing around the boat just makes the boat go one way and then the other and back and forth, and you just can't steer very well with the extra weight unbalanced in the boat.
It's actually really important to practice your bailing so that during a race you can get in there, you can bail your canoe, you can be done in 2 sides, and you can get back in and help your crew and get back to racing with a nice light boat.
Water is heavy. 1 5-gallon pail of water weighs 50 pounds or 23 kilograms. 1 inch of water covering the bottom of an OC6 hull weighs about 200 pounds or 100 kilograms. It's like having a big strong guy in your boat and he's not paddling. Water in your canoe slows you down and increases your chances of swamping and hooling as it sloshes around in the hull.
It is essential to have 2 good bailers in a 6-person canoe. 1 bailer located at seat 3 and the other at seat 4, where the water pools and is the deepest. The bailer should be easily accessible, but out of the way, and secured by Velcro or by hook to the canoe.
A good indicator of when to bail is when water covers your toes. You may need to bail frequently to achieve this. In a change race, it is important to set up a plan for bailing before or after every change. In an iron race, bailing is undertaken when the steerer calls for it,
Seat 4, do we need to bail?
Or when seat 3 or 4 paddlers let the steerers know that they would like to bail. Here is the bailing sequence broken down. The steerer calls for bailing. The next time seat 4 is paddling on the right, she or he will call seat 4 bailing and stop paddling and begin bailing. It is important to have 3 people paddling on the left side when bailing commences. While seat 3 or 4 bails, the remainder of the crew paddles.
The speed of bailing is essential. You need to lighten the boat and get back to paddling as soon as possible.
Now to the bailing itself. Open zipper completely with 1 hand. Slide yourself as far back on the seat as possible to create the most space in front of you. Place paddle, grip up, power face out with shaft on seat, and grip as low as possible to keep it out of the way. Brace your knee against the paddle to lock it in place against the side of the canoe. Tuck the skirt out of the way using knees on either side to pin it against the canoe if necessary. If the water is rough and the waves are coming directly from the side, you can use your free hand to hold the skirt flap up to prevent more water from washing in as you bail with the other hand. You will bail in the opposite direction of the skirt flap so that the wind takes the water you bail away from the canoe, if this is the case. If this is not the case, grab the bailer and throw the water upwards and out of the canoe, over and over as quickly as possible. 1 motion, no tipping, no pouring, using the momentum of the scooping motion to empty the bailer. Also, be mindful of the wind direction so that the water does not just fall back into the canoe. Shown here, seat 4 is bailing water to the side of the canoe. The water does not fall back into the canoe or the steersperson's face.
Stop bailing when you're scooping up less than a half a cup of water.
Return the bailer to the correct storage location. Grab the paddle in one hand and hold it out of the way of the skirt. Zip up the skirt completely, then call seat 4 back in and begin paddling on your correct side.
There is a difference between a good bailer and a bad bailer. This is a good bailer. This is a good bailer because A, we have the lid that has been securely taped to the rest of the bailer. B, we have this nice cutout of the bailer. It has a flat surface that's going to fit along the bottom of the canoe when you scoop. And it's cut back towards the handle from the bottom of the container to allow air to escape as you're scooping, and it also allows you to flick that water straight up as you're bailing it out of the canoe.
Effective bailing can make or break your race. Practice this skill before you need to use it for real.